Welcome to another episode of Demystifying Gay Porn. My name is IK Grande, and if you watch gay porn, I've definitely helped you get off. I used to say, if you've watched porn in the past 13 years, but I'm still getting people off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I want to welcome you guys again. I also want to really stress to click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the notification, all that fun stuff on anywhere you can listen to podcasts, on YouTube. I'm on Facebook now. I'm trying to put it up everywhere. So my guest today, it was on the podcast last year, and he was awesome. He still is awesome. I love working with him. Atlas Grant, how are you?
I'm great. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Last time we talked was Southern Decadence in New Orleans.
Yeah. I put stuff on Facebook and I put stuff on YouTube, like little teasers and stuff. So if you go on and check, you'll see a lot of people have responded to your interview and stuff, and they really like it.
I haven't used Facebook in so long because it's full of like family members. And,
okay.
And then everyone's political. So it's like, it's
you
election season. So I'm like, I'm not going to use Facebook.
Yeah, you can't get away from it at this point.
No, but
somebody said something in regard to you talking about closeted straight guys and Honda Civics.
Oh, Jersey.
Yeah.
That's okay. So I lived in Jersey for 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what I noticed was a lot of the gay guys there are all closeted. They all drive Honda Civics. They hang out in parking lots, or they go to like Quick Check, and like you like make eye contact, and then you meet up with them, and you're like, oh, they're great, they're perfect, and then you find out like they're in the closet, they live with their parents, they have mommy issues, they hang out at fucking where do they hang out now?
Walmart,
like,
parking lots,
Bar A, fucking Central Park.
All no, these, like, non-sponsors, by the way.
No, these are all like bars that are like. There was like this stupid bar. I forgot what highway it was on, but it's
46.
Like maybe it's like you literally drive by it, and it's like a lot of people have died leaving that bar. I think Snooki went there once on fucking
Jersey Shore.
Yeah. But it has like a gay night, and like you see all these little closeted boys.
Oh, down in like
by like Parlin, by
Brunswick area.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
That's Route 1.
Yes,
I know that.
It's been years.
I think I've been there once before.
So they have like a gay night, and all the little closeted guys go there, and then they go to see their girlfriend right after.
I met Teresa Guidice there.
Oh God!
Before
that hairline.
Before her husband was going to prison. They were really nice. They were really nice, and that's the thing I always like. Whenever you see all these scripted shows, it's so interesting because you think that that's what they're like. She's like heavy into yoga. I think after she left prison herself, she got into yoga not flipping tables anymore.
Oh God. I mean, I watched a few of her seasons, and I was like the whole time like looking at her hairline. I'm like, why is it getting lower and lower? And then you're getting angrier.
Yeah.
Every season she got angrier and angrier.
Well,
but no, if I met her and she was like that,
sweetheart, absolute sweetheart.
But that's most reality celebrities.
Yeah.
They're like.
And especially because of our reality TV president. I'm just going to say something really quick, and we're not going to go any further. But this country is so, like, I think that rage is embedded in this country, and we want to see people get fucking pissed. We love that shit. And the more you give it to them, the more they want it. And here we have this president who rage tweets at 3 a.m. So it's a lot, but we asked for this.
Yeah,
we did, and
we live for it.
Yeah, and I only say that for people who watch mainstream TV and just can quote everything that comes from every reality TV show on Bravo that Andy Cohen has fucking put out there, and I can't deal. No. I think it's actually it's an underdevelopment of our country after. Yeah. So many different things.
I watch so much reality TV, but personally myself, I'm so boring. Like a fight can happen in front of me, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna walk away. Yeah. Like a fight happening in the street, like I am so not like that. But I'll watch and I'm like, yeah, get her. It's like, get her, Jade. Like I'm all for it on TV, but if it happens in real life, I'm like, ugh.
I know. Where's the editing?
Yeah, I was like,
where's the confessional interview?
I need some dramatic editing to make me look like I'm much angrier than what I am. But
enough about the Real Housewives. I want to know how you've been. We've been going through an unprecedented time. It's the pandemic, and we've all been on lockdown for 6 months, 7 months, let's say. The last time I went into work was Friday the 13th in March.
March 16th was for me.
Really? Okay.
And I was, so from March 16th until June around June 10th, I was home.
Okay.
Like nothing, like Animal Crossing came out. Me, my roommate, and my boyfriend were just playing in our. We have a pretty big apartment.
Okay.
But we stayed in the living room, just the three of us with the cats, and like didn't leave playing Animal Crossing. We didn't go outside for food, cigarettes, anything. Everything got
Really?
delivered.
Oh,
Like
okay, yeah.
Costco delivers. So
You have the luxury of that's one of the best
lucky,
things of New York.
very
is
lucky.
Everything can get delivered to you.
We were very lucky. Our medicine got delivered to us. Our food got delivered to us. We wiped down the boxes before they came in. We lived a very sheltered life, and then I kind of broke quarantine for my boyfriend's birthday. We flew to Puerto Rico in July, and everyone hated me for it.
Really?
But like
Everyone hated you where?
on the internet, social media, I was like, it was my boyfriend's birthday. It was me and him. I paid for a private gay resort in Puerto Rico. Didn't see a single soul when we were
Really?
there.
That must be beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was a nude resort, and our section was completely closed off, just us. We didn't meet the cleaning person, the owner, nobody. But everybody on the internet's like, oh, you went to Puerto Rico. You probably had sex with all these people, spread COVID. They were calling me a COVID bear. I was like,
a COVID bear.
I was like, my boyfriend.
It's like a Care Bear, but a COVID bear.
I was like, my boyfriend was turning 37. It's a pretty big milestone, and we were home and so good the whole time. Interacted with nobody, and it was pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
Like,
what was the airfare like? Probably like $300.
no, not even. So I don't want to ruin it for my boyfriend, but I spent under $500 on the hotel, air flight, food.
Yeah.
I came home, I spend more money in New York City than I did on a trip to Puerto Rico. And now I found out Florida tickets are $45.
Right now?
Round trip, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I can go to Fort Lauderdale to New York for $45, but for me to go to Boston or Philly, it cost me $100, $200. Right?
Oh, Florida. I can't. I
mean, if it was not such a fucking shithole and a mistake of a state, I mean, I would probably be flying down there, but...
no real offense. I know that there are really good people
real
in Florida.
offense. It's a real... Really.
Well, my family, I have... my background is Cuban. I have a lot of family
exceptions.
there. Yeah, no, there are. There are absolutely exceptions, but holy hell, man. Some of the people...
As a whole, I'm speaking. I'm not talking about the individual people that are amazing that are there, because I have great friends that live in Fort Lauderdale and Wilton Manors, but as a whole, that state is just a mess.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, if you ever put in Twitter, Florida man, or if you ever Google Florida man or Florida woman, that was like a thing for a while where the joke was every single day you'd have a news article that would begin with Florida man did something or Florida woman did something.
My first time after I was doing porn for like a year, and then I finally got signed to Fab Scout. So my first time going to Florida as work was with Fab Scout. So I was alone most of the time watching the news. The news is so fucking scary there.
Yeah.
A kid got stolen out of his window. A girl ran away with a 13-year-old girl ran away with her 20-something-year-old boyfriend, and her parents are trying to find her. Like, that was like what the news was like every day.
Yeah, my thing with Florida, one of the scariest things I saw was this guy got swallowed by a sinkhole in his room. Do you know how scary that is to me? There are some times where I'm like...
In his room?
Well, yeah, he was sleeping, and apparently his brother was in the other room, and his brother heard him call out for him, and he went in there, and it was just a hole. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, can you imagine what that guy went through? I think about this shit too much.
It's fucking dark.
It is. It's awful.
It's so dark.
I hate that I have to, like, other people can gloss over it and, oh, that'll never happen to me. You never know.
No, you don't.
You think he thought he was going to get fucking sucked up by a sinkhole?
With 2020, you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, rest in peace, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Yeah. But, like, this has been a crazy year.
Yeah.
Fucking fire cyclones in fucking California. There was the locust storm in Iran.
It's like the apocalypse.
It is.
The sides of the apocalypse.
Right now, there's a fiery fucking sky. It looks like...
In California.
In California.
California's on fire.
I don't even know what movie to fucking reference for it because it's like, it looks like Mars.
Yeah.
It looks like the end of the world there.
Yeah.
I'm like...
I've seen so much footage from there, even from like other years where, I don't know if you saw, it's like a viral video of this guy driving down some interstate in Florida and everything's on fire and it looks like he's driving into it.
No, I didn't see it.
It's creepy. I can't believe that's like how often that happens. Every summer or every end of summer, it feels like California's on fire.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, you would think that...
All my friends are like sending me photos from like San Francisco and LA and I'm like, girl, you pay how much money to live in that place? You're gonna fucking...
I want to get away from it all and go to California.
They had an earthquake this last night. Well, this morning for us, but last night for them. And like, girl, you have right now you're dealing with fires, fire cyclones, earthquakes. What's next?
Traffic,
Traffic.
COVID.
I mean, traffic should be one of the natural disasters of California.
Yeah.
But, oh
Um,
God.
so you've been
Oh
home, you've
yeah.
been quarantined.
So I wasn't working the whole time.
You haven't been a whore in the sense of like, when they call you a COVID bear.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I hooked up with no one besides my significant other.
Okay.
And then, yeah, the whole time I was really good. And then June hit, and we're like, fuck it, we're going to the beach.
Mhm.
We're gonna we started saying hi to people, but still
Yeah.
at social distance.
I feel like everybody, June came around, summer came around. It's really hard to keep people home.
Yeah.
And people
And
need to get out.
I wasn't even judging people in Florida for it when they weren't quarantining at all and going to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
But when it happened in New York, I was like, we're gonna be fine. And then I go to Reese Beach, so it was okay in the beginning, but then towards the end, it's like body on body on
Yeah.
body. I was like, okay, I'm good.
We,
Were you going to Asbury a lot?
no, I haven't gone to a Jersey Shore beach at all. I'm not a big Jersey Shore
Yeah.
beach fan. I love Jersey, but I don't know. I have to go to like Sandy Hook in the middle of the afternoon or in the middle of the morning and I go for like an hour or two. I'm not a big, let's pack everything
Yeah.
and hang out at the beach. My boyfriend loves to do that shit, and I think it's
It's a
awesome.
mission. It's a mission
Yeah, it is a
when you go.
mission. And I usually go with his parents too, and they bring like a bar. Like they're not
Yeah.
kidding. Martini glasses and. It's
Jersey
fun.
gays.
That's fun. I actually went to Cape Cod. I was in Cape
beautiful.
Cod for like a long weekend, and that was fun.
My boyfriend's from Worcester,
Okay.
and Cape
Oh, okay,
Cod
yeah.
is. We didn't go this year, and I feel so sad.
It was different. It was very different. You know what? You're not missing
We
anything.
miss P-Town so much.
Well, P-Town, we ended up taking his parents to P-Town just for a little bit, and just to go. It's
Yeah.
always nice to go. And there's a mandatory mask enforcement, which is cool.
Good,
Everybody
yeah.
was following it, and if you didn't, even if you put it down on your nose and you weren't wearing it correctly, people would there would be people that
Yeah.
would say, "Hey, you're gonna get a ticket if you don't, and if you don't like it, leave." And good for them.
Because
Like,
people
they're
actually
just,
live there. Those people live there too.
and they're
so
protecting their community. They're protecting Provincetown. So it was very, very different.
It's still beautiful. And
Yeah.
what I like is that you can bring your straight family members
Yeah.
there, and they still have a good time. Just don't bring them out at night sometimes, but
Well, one of my friends said that the best part about Provincetown, it's what America really should look like, because you're walking down the street and there's a man in assless chaps, and then across the street there's a wholesome family that's like, I don't even want to say wholesome, but a family of 4, 2 kids, nobody cares, a drag queen on a bike, like
one of my first years doing Spooky Bear was with me, my boyfriend, and Macho Grant. So he's a friend of mine, and we were all there wearing our costumes.
Mhm.
Obviously, they were over-sexualized, but this woman and her child, I forgot how old he was, but he walks by and he goes, "Ooh la la," to my friend Macho, and because he was dressed as like a unicorn, and he looked really cute. But I was like, "That's so cute. That lady,
Yeah.
like obviously talked to her son, and he knows, and it doesn't affect this child." And it was beautiful. And I
Yeah.
was like, we always talk about that one situation where the kid's like, "Ooh la la."
Yeah. Now, honey, you're gonna see some shit.
Yeah. These people are living their, it's like
But
Mardi Gras.
it's better that you get it out of your system early,
Yeah.
so you don't become an asshole later.
I do think, I agree with you. Like, Provincetown is an example of what it could be.
Yeah, like everybody just doing what they want to do. No, one of
Eat
the things.
pizza, eat
yeah,
lobster
I
rolls.
know.
And then,
After you get out, the only complaint that I have with them, I think all the bars close at 1.
yeah.
But that's because also, yes, people live there and they don't want this craziness.
It's also Massachusetts. They don't stay open as late as New
Yeah.
York and New Jersey. Like,
Yeah.
even New Jersey closes early for my taste. But
Really, 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock's good for me.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're having like that one moment where you want to have a wild night, at 2 o'clock you're like, oh.
Well, you can find some places. New
Yeah.
York, 4 o'clock is a little excessive.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever I do come out to the city, we leave my place at like 11:30, and we get into the city at 12. 2:33, I'm already like, all right, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
I got enough in,
But then you also have to travel back to Jersey. Like,
I
when
know.
I lived in Jersey, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, bitch,
Yeah, I know, that
we better
sucks.
drive.
I know, and one of us has to get less drunk than the other so they can sober up.
Yeah.
And then we have some pizza at Five Brothers or Two Brothers, whoever that guy is.
Yes.
Yeah, whoever those guys are.
Friggin', one of my worst situations was my first time living in Jersey. I go to New York City. I didn't know the train stopped.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck do I do now? I was like, well, I'm gonna get a hotel in New York then. I'm not gonna wait in fucking Penn Station to go home.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So see, I enjoy talking to you about this stuff because it just shows that you're not just, in front of the camera, having sex all day,
Oh
walking
no.
around naked all day. Um,
I wish. I
are
wish.
you a nudist?
I prefer to be naked. It's
Okay.
just we live with. So my roommate. Okay, I don't know how to word it. We're not active with my roommate anymore.
Active by that you mean sexually active?
Sexually active
Okay,
with my
so
roommate anymore.
he's out.
He's out. He has his own. He has a boyfriend, and they're monogamous.
Okay.
God bless them.
Good
Very
luck.
very happy,
Yeah.
and I hope it works out. So we don't walk around naked anymore,
Hmm.
just out of respect to him and his
Yeah.
current
That's
relationship.
nice. Yeah.
So none of us walk around
No
naked.
teasing.
No, no. Like yesterday
Hey.
by accident. Yesterday by accident. After eating, I had my hands down my pants, and he comes in. And he's like, "We live in a Christian household." I was like, "Bitch, we used to all hang around naked. Chill." But so yeah, I do prefer to be naked. But then I do have cats, so underwear goes on because they love to jump on your lap and they have nails.
Oh yeah.
So at least I need some kind of protection.
So I want to ask you. Last time we spoke, or last time we shot, sometimes we have conversations in the car when I would pick you up and stuff. Can I talk to you about a couple of those?
Okay, yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it.
And if you don't like it,
You're
we
good.
can. Okay, perfect.
Last time.
So we went to a hotel. We shot this movie for Treasure Island, and it's basically about seedy motels and stuff.
Okay.
Coming out soon. It took forever to fucking edit it, but
Aw.
it looks good. So not your scene.
Jake
I meant in
Morgan.
general.
Yeah, well,
general.
I know
Yeah.
with Treasure, one thing I like about Treasure is they don't push the scenes out so quickly.
They don't.
So when you have like dry spells like this, where there's 6 months where you didn't
Oh
work,
God, yeah, they have plenty
this
of
is
stuff.
great because their backlog they start posting, so it seems like you were working at least.
Yeah,
So
well,
people don't forget about you.
When I was their competitor, I took advantage of the fact that they didn't push their scenes out quick. So when somebody would come, and this is shady as fuck, I know.
Everyone
and
does
I
it,
told
though.
them, but when they were like, "Oh, I just shot my debut with Treasure Island," and I was like, "Okay, it's not coming out for 3 months." I would literally edit that scene and put it out the next week.
Let's be real, 3 years. I did one of my first scenes with Brian Bonds with Treasure Island with Kenny.
Okay, can you host?
Yeah, Kenny Host, who I absolutely love, but he quit like a week after
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So that footage didn't get released for 3
Oh,
years.
well,
I had
yeah.
hair on my head when
Well,
I filmed that scene.
So we were in the car, and you told me you recognized the area or the hotel.
Yeah.
Because you said, "Oh, I have a shit client
Yeah.
here," and I remember thinking, "God, it must be a bad client."
No, it's an actual shit client.
Okay. So what does that mean?
So I don't yuck anybody's yum,
Mhm.
and there are very
Well,
few.
good way to put it.
I don't have many limits.
Mhm.
And one of the things that a lot of clients that come from like Eastern Europe and Turkey and yeah, a lot of them like shit.
Okay.
And it doesn't personally get me off. And I don't kiss these people. I don't hug these people. Like there's no interaction above the waist. But yeah, they spend quite a lot of money and they make me eat before I get there.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
drink coffee and
Oh, boy.
everything disgusting.
Holy fuck.
But yeah,
So we're not even talking like composting organic.
No, they don't. They want like Chipotle. This is so gross. I'm so sorry for this conversation.
Listen,
but
this is a preface only because I had somebody contact me and say, "Hey, would you take a dump on me?" And I was like, "I'm not really into that. However, I'd love to talk to you." And they were like, "I'm not into that." And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I think I feel better about this."
What always shocks me is that these people tend, like, without releasing like personal information, they tend to be extremely attractive, very beautiful men, and
Okay,
like
yeah, I can-
gorgeous. And a lot of them are professionals, and they work in the medical field, like doctors, nurses, lawyers. And I don't know, like some of them tell me that it's a power thing, like, or they're so used to their life being so sanitized and always being so clean.
I can see that.
And it's like their fetish, but then I was like, you're actually consuming it though.
Yeah, that's
And I was like, there's a thing between like shitting on someone's face or like,
like smearing. I've seen a lot of stuff that I don't want to see. However, it's not for me. But just like you said,
I don't want to yuck
you
their
don't-
yums. Like,
Beautiful.
I've done so many things through the world of porn and escorting that I never thought I would have done, and that's one of them.
Yeah, I do want to interview somebody that would be interested in
Willing.
talking to me.
I have a client in Philly that's pretty open about his fetish. I could talk to him about it if it's something you want, but he's very open about it. he also like he purposely finds places in Philly that still allow smoking because
Okay.
he wants me to smoke cigars while I'm
Oh,
doing
okay.
other stuff.
Yeah.
But that's another fetish that I
Yeah.
don't get. I smoke cigarettes. I'm a horrible person, but it's a habit I developed from the military to stay awake. And
Mm.
then cigar smoking, and nicotine makes your dick soft, so it's like I don't know how it works, and you can
Mhm.
sexualize it, but that's another big fetish that
Yeah.
I do.
Well, I mean, honestly, at this point, if you
Yeah.
jerk off to it, it's porn.
Yeah,
So,
but like I noticed like cigars are really big. Shitting clients, scat clients.
the scat. See, that goes. There are definitely
There's
increments.
yeah,
Let's say increments of excrement, but increments of fetishes,
yeah,
and that one. Well, that one, and also I met some people on a forum. Not met them in person, but
yeah.
I
Lots
really,
meeting
yeah, I
nowadays.
really, really, really do want to talk to a lot of different kinks and fetishes, even the ones. Here's my thing, especially talking about what is this called? Coprophilia, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, I think it might be called coprophilia. Don't quote me on that if I'm wrong, but if you talk about stuff like this
Mm-hmm.
and people have an outlet to talk about it, they won't think they're weird. They won't
Exactly.
think,
No.
and
So
yeah, you can. There are people out there that can end up hurting somebody because they can't get something out, and I feel like that's very, very important.
that's why I'm very grateful for like the internet sucks on so many levels, but it's great for so many people, like people who are into scat, people who are into golden showers. Golden showers are pretty much normalized now, but I remember like 5 years
yeah,
ago,
yeah.
that's disgusting. I mean, Ricky Martin talked about how much he loves them on fucking RuPaul's Drag
That's
Race.
insane.
I was like, so I used to rank golden showers up there with scat and fisting
Yeah.
for extreme levels of fetish, but golden showers are considered so normal. I actually don't know a lot of people who don't do golden showers. It's very like I could probably count maybe 10 people I know that won't let someone pee on them.
Yeah,
in some form.
I'm not there yet.
11.
I talked about that with
Yeah.
Luca D'Amore.
Yeah.
He did a whole piss fetish thing because he loves.
They
It's
love
like
it.
Gatorade for him.
So I used to let my ex-boyfriend pee on my leg in the shower, and I was like, "But does that get you off?" And
See-
he's like, "Yeah, I own you," and I was like,
Oh,
"Okay."
interesting.
But
Okay.
so there's levels of progression. So it goes like from peeing on someone in the shower, and then peeing on someone in general below, and then drinking their pee, and that's like,
Yeah.
it's like okay, whatever. I'm not drinking your pee, but if you want to drink my pee, like
Yeah.
I had a guy gulp my pee. Like I couldn't pull my dick out of his mouth. He had to drink every last drop.
Huh. Interesting.
It's like, oh,
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask you because
Yeah.
I don't think I asked you that at that point, but
I had a shit
honestly,
client.
it was yeah. I
I called-
remember
I
just
called
thinking,
him-
God, he must have been an asshole. or
Oh no!
something.
All of my clients are amazing people. I've been very lucky. None of my clients are like, if they are aggressive, it's something we talked about ahead of time. No one's tried to hurt me. I don't have garbage clients. I have been, I forgot what the word is, but I've been ripped off, like given fake $100 bills or,
That
the
sucks.
money didn't
Yeah.
go through. That's happened before. So those are shit clients, but I've been very lucky in general. Everyone usually clearly tells me what they're into, what they want, and what they expect, and usually it's great. I would never call a client shit.
Yeah.
But I call my clients into scat shit clients because I don't
Okay.
want to be like, that's the guy who eats my shit.
Mm.
And I also don't talk about my clients in general. I don't talk about things I do with them.
Yeah,
But
like you don't.
no one's name gets mentioned, and I don't ever describe who you are. But there's some situations I have to talk about
Yeah.
because they're so extraordinary.
Well, this is absolutely one of those situations, and I'm glad that you.
Have you ever seen that movie with not another gay movie, or I think it was a sequel?
I've heard of it. I have not seen
I've
it.
done that where you shit on the glass table. On
Oh,
top
I've
of
heard
the
about that,
client,
yes.
And I was like, this is a mess.
See, I just can't.
This is a mess.
I can't get around the idea of doing something outside of a bathroom.
Yeah.
Like I would think you feel uncomfortable.
Well, there's also a lot of the professional gays who are of a certain age who have their Mr. S accounts, and they have like their leather sheets, their plastic sheets.
Oh, distinguished gays.
Yeah,
Wow.
the ones who have accumulated a lot of gear. So they put down plastic everywhere pretty much, and it looks like a scene from Dexter
Oh, Jesus,
sometimes.
okay.
I'm like, am I going to get murdered? But no, it's so that way when they clean up, it's
It's
better.
easy.
A lot of fisters do that too. Like they
Oh,
set
yeah,
up the plastic and
Leather, the pleather
Yeah.
sheets and stuff.
the most organized people I know are all fisters.
Oh my God, yeah.
They are so meticulous. Like, I worked with a guy in San Francisco, Gage Lennox. The way he set up his fisting station, like it had to be like poppers here, J-lube here, towel here, like everything had to be like within like a measurable, like he measured it, like it's perfect for him. Like everything was perfect. All fisters I know are like that though.
Yeah.
I don't know a single fister that's not organized. Like they know their body so well.
And I also, a lot of people who are into really, really, you said in regard to the scat fetish, they're professional. A lot of people that I've met that are into very, very kinky things like fisting and stuff, they're all like masters of like instruments and just a whole bunch of crazy shit.
That's what I noticed was a lot of people, I don't know if it's a shame thing or they don't want to do it with their significant other or they're worried about that, but these are very influential men. Like some of these people are, some of my clients are like professors. Like these are people who are teaching, like they're shaping minds.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you're so ashamed, like not they're ashamed, but
maybe it's how their outlet though, too.
It's their outlet. But I'm like, these are very influential men. Like obviously every hooker's had politicians and I'm like, so you have politicians, you have professors, doctors, lawyers, all these people who you look up to, and then
I'd love to get a list of those politicians.
Oh my God!
But
I'm still so mad at certain.
Are you talking about Lady G?
Yeah, I'm mad at some of the people I know who he's hired who denied to be a part of that.
That sucks.
And I'm a little bit mad at the one who did come forward because he asked for money for the story.
Oh yeah, he should have just done it.
I was like, just do it. You'll get money after, but
it'll come.
Yeah, I wish he would just get exposed.
Yeah, it's one of these things where it's necessary.
Where the fuck is Willem? Willem, I'm pretty sure you had him too. Just fucking expose his ass. You exposed everybody else. Like,
it becomes more of a, I think, a civic duty. Is that what you would call it?
I think it's the responsible thing is, but also
like if somebody's hurting your lifestyle or hurting your way of life, and that's what it basically comes down to. It boils down to the gist of.
So I talked to one of the models, and his thing was. I understood his point why he didn't, because he has some other things that could affect his status in the country, and he also doesn't want to lose that clientele because once you talk, and then you're done with that group, that section of clients. Yeah. So I understand that, but overall, you have to think grander picture. So fuck it, you get sent back to the country you were born. You might have to start a new life, but you just saved so many other people. That's so it comes to a point of like. Weighing the good of all over the good for yourself.
And it's ever so important at this point, especially with the hypocrisy that exists on, it exists in a lot of politics, but predominantly on one side, and it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, if he hired me, but I'm not his type, if he hired me, my ass would have, I would have just exposed his ass. Like, I'm usually very amazing with my clients. I don't even keep their numbers. Like everything's erased. Nothing's kept. But with that one, I would have kept all the receipts. Yeah. And I would have fucking exposed it because he's a horrible person.
Yeah. I have a segment that I want to do called Big Dick Problems.
Oh God.
Right. So you have an idea, or you called it boyfriend dick and porn dick. What is that?
I love all dicks. Dicks are amazing. Preferably, I like boyfriend dick because it's a dick you can eat dinner or breakfast, and you could still have sex with your significant other and not feel full. Yeah. The worst thing in the world is when you just got done eating and then your top wants to fuck you, and then your top is a fucking 12-inch monster, and you're like, bitch, you're gonna pull that food out of me. I just ate this. My boyfriend... He's pretty good. Like, my boyfriend has a great dick. I love his dick. It's curved. It's uncut. Beautiful. But I could definitely take it after eating, and I could take it all day long. And
You're fine.
And I don't get a fissure. I've dated men in the past, and even just regular sex with a lot of foreplay, stretching, lots of lube, and I still got a fucking fissure. And that's me being completely relaxed. But I love porn dick too. Porn dick's amazing.
Yeah, well, you take porn dick for porn.
I love porn dick. Yeah. But it's a showstopper, and sometimes guys with huge dicks don't know how to top, and they're just
like jam it in.
So fucking aggressive. It looks great on camera, and it does feel good sometimes. It's just sometimes the guy he like fucks with his back, so it's like wham, wham.
Yeah, and also when you're on set, it's like limited time. You want to make sure that everything is
Yeah.
you're getting everything good while it's happening. There's no time for like easing in and
So,
just
yeah, exactly. You
yeah.
don't get to finesse, and also certain porn sites have a narrative that they have to keep up with. Like with Treasure Island, I've noticed lately that they're not so much the old narrative that they used to have, where it's like, you know, a lot of red light and like really aggressive, nasty, dirty fucking, which is hot,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes some sex isn't always like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And I think I did the scene with Ari Coyote where I wanted to be nasty, dirty, and angry with him, but it turned out like a mixture
Yeah.
of both.
It was fun. That was a good
yeah,
scene.
and
That was a fun scene.
it just got retweeted like 40 times yesterday.
Good.
So,
Yeah.
I wanted to be aggressive and nasty and mean, and I couldn't. And I was just like, oh, you're so fucking delicate, and you feel amazing, and I want to be a little nice. But yeah, porn, you feel the need. So one lesson I learned when I first started porn was I got yelled at because he's like, the director was like, don't just go wham, 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 because you're going to burn yourself out and you're going to get out of breath, and it also affect your erection. I was like, oh no, it's not affecting mine. But I did learn that you can't just go wham, wham, wham. You can't just keep smacking it. Like you do have to stop because they need to see the pull. You need to like you need to extend out. The camera needs to see the penetration.
Thank you for that.
You need to lean back when you're topping, or if you're bottoming, you need to arch your back more, because if you arch your back more light goes in. And people don't realize that light's the most important thing in porn, because if the
Can't see it.
if you can't see it, it's like it didn't happen.
Exactly.
And when you think about it, like porn is it's not like so complicated, but like there has to be a shot from underneath. There has to be a shot from above, because guys want to see penetration, but then some guys want to see the profile because they want to see the whole shot. So he yelled at me. I'm happy he yelled at me in the beginning, so that way I didn't have that bad habit all through porn. He's like, don't just fuck. You have to like finesse. You have to slow down sometimes for penetration, because they want to see it. So now I learned, yes, you do want to see that for like the commercial, for the teaser, you want to see that.
Yeah.
But in the actual scene, you still need some slow parts.
Yeah, I would say a good 30 seconds in each position.
Real
that
seconds
you're
or
in.
porn seconds?
I try to.
No, just it's
Yeah, no, I'm thinking, because I think about that too. I
'cause when
think
you
about the models a lot.
When you tell the models, oh, I need like 10 minutes of footage, and then 3 minutes into it, they've already done 3 positions,
Yeah, no.
oral, ass eating. So like there's porn minutes and real minutes.
I
And
with the models now, I'm like, nope, I need you to go back into it and do it this way. Like, I like setting up a template.
Yeah.
And the template is 3. If I can get 3 positions after the foreplay, that's guaranteeing like 15, 20 minutes.
One of the great things I do like about Treasure is that you do say like, I just need like 3 sex positions, but like you guys do not over direct.
Oh, no, yeah, you guys go at
I've
it.
been part of, I worked for studios, and I'm not going to say their name, but they give you a fucking sheet book, and it's like, this position has to be done, this position has to be done, we need this angle. I was like,
Then it's not fun anymore.
well, then it's also like everyone's body's different. So the person you had in mind to do this shot, they clearly are a person who's hooked up. So the bottom might have a butthole that doesn't match that dick position. So you can't do that riding position. Maybe they might have to do side straddle. But so what Treasure I like is that you kind of just go and you go. If you're going too slow or too fast, you kind of do like a little head, like but other directors too for Treasure have always done like a little head nod, like it's okay, you can go. And like,
if it doesn't work for the camera,
Yeah.
that's basically a lot of the times that I will step in and say,
Yeah.
hey, let's change it up or
Yeah.
open it up.
Or you go like, I've noticed like, not you don't really do this, but like you do like a little head nod, and that's like a cue to like, okay, things need to, you do the eyebrow raise.
No, I like when I see something happening that's awesome, sometimes I'll say it, but other times I'll just be like,
let it go.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about Treasure, because most of the time it's not over-directed. You do say, like, okay, well, obviously we need ass-eating, oral, but 3 positions is preferred. But I've been with studios that do full booklets. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, that's too much.
Oh, my God. I don't even know how, like, I did one. I was like, I don't even know how to turn on a car. I'm from New York. Like, I don't know how to turn a car on, let alone drive and do these kind of tricks. I was like, what the fuck? And I have to jerk off while driving? I've never driven a car in my life.
Oh, Jesus. I want to ask you a question before we go. There's been a huge bounce in a lot of these sites that have these amateur porn stars who eventually become porn stars, right? I'm not saying their names anymore because I don't have sponsors. I don't have anything. And, fuck them. They have plenty of money. Everybody knows who they are. If Beyonce can shout them out and Cardi B and all these people, I don't need to do that shit.
Yeah, fair.
But basically, all of these sites that are now hosting, fan sites, I'll call them, right? What is your best advice as somebody who's done studio stuff, which I think, honestly, in one day, no one's going to need studio porn anymore. And it's very unfortunate, but it's going to happen. What advice would you give to people on fan sites that you've seen in order to make their stuff look a little better, if that's the case? Biggest advice.
So I've helped quite a few people start on OnlyFans, and it's different for everybody. I say invest in lighting. So, Amazon's great. They have cheap options for really good quality cameras. Lighting's good. Get a tripod, but also don't forget that what makes these fan sites more appealing than studio sites is that it's not overproduced. So do not tackle fan sites as studio because then, like I think I hit a bump when I was like over directing, and I was like, okay, this feels like work, and it shows. There's a studio in the Bronx that it's not a studio. It's a guy who rents out his place and they hire professional camera.
Oh, I think I've heard of it.
Yeah, they're great people and they perform a great service. We share content, but the quality is amazing. But when I post it, it gets mixed reviews. They're like, "Oh, this is like a studio scene." I was like, the way that there's panning in. So I'm saying, remember to keep it raw, keep it real. Also, do not quit your day job right away. This is a side hustle, and it will one day turn into a main job for you. But remember, no one knows who you are yet. You're just starting. So don't be angry that you don't have 600 subscribers on your first week. Not everybody has that. You have to build your following. You have to test the water, see what people like. People might love seeing you give blowjobs and not actually having sex. I know people who don't even have sex on their OnlyFans. It's just jerking off and playing with toys, and they make a killing. Yeah. So find what works for you, invest in lighting, and do not overproduce. Like, do not do your makeup. Like, do not do hair and do not do full glam because people are like, oh, this isn't real sex. You produce this. It is work. You have to. I also recommend, becoming incorporated, getting an LLC, because that way you protect yourself when tax season comes. No one remembers that, but when taxes show up, that's when you get screwed. Because it is a legal job. Yeah. Money gets taken out, and then you have to pay at the end of the year if you don't do things right.
And they're holding on to all of that stuff, and they'll send you stuff.
And all the fan sites are being legit right now. Like, OnlyFans got in trouble.
Don't worry.
They got in trouble because they weren't doing taxes for 3 years in the beginning. I was part of that. I didn't claim it. I mean, also my first year I didn't make upwards of 10K, so I didn't have to claim. Well, I don't think I have to claim it, but it was like 3 years ago. Whatever.
That's good.
But lighting. Remember to keep it real. Also, have sex with people you want to, because that's why we do it. Because studios don't always pair you with the people you want to hook up with, and sometimes a lot of studios are racist. So,
that's another. We'll talk about that the next time I have you on.
Yeah.
But
good luck, guys, and enjoy doing your fan site stuff. I'm willing to see it. I can't wait to see it.
All right, Atlas Grant again. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, click the like button, click the subscribe button, notifications, all that fun stuff. You can find that on every single podcast directory. And if you watch gay porn, my name is IK Grande, and I've definitely helped you get off. Cheers.